What's up, guys? It's Jason. I'm back again here with my good friend Riley, aka Rigor Mortis Mask on Instagram, guys, and for another mask morgue here, Terror Traders Mask Morgue. Right, this is this is kind of hard for me because this is our second episode, and we're diving into such a rare piece today, man. I don't know how we're going to top this, man, but it's you're looking at this and you may say, man, I've seen this thing before. I can't remember where it's at. And I mean, it is one of the ugliest freaking masks I've ever seen in my life, man.
Big, dumb, and ugly.
But the history on this thing is amazing. So, Riley, first off, what's up, dude? Thank you for popping in. What do we have here? What am I looking at right now?
We got a brute today.
This is a brute mask that a West German brute mask. Now, let me go. People are like, West German, especially you youngins out there, right? Let me give you a little history on the Cold War, right? After we kicked Nazis' ass, Hitler's ass in World War II, Germany, it kind of came under a little bit of an influence from the Soviet Union, and they split Germany down the middle, right? You have a West Germany, which is, that's us, that's freedom. And then you had East Germany, which was communist rule, and they didn't have any fun over there, man. And that lasted until, when the Berlin Wall go down, 90, maybe 89, no one knows. Maybe somebody knows, but I don't. Anyway, in that time frame. But West Germany, once again, free society, just like America and whatnot and everything. And so this thing came out of them, and I believe in the 70s, right?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit of history of this thing, man.
Alrighty. So this fella was created by Rudel, or Rudel, if you're German.
Look at that.
I tried. Don't make fun of me. I tried. This mask was made by the Rudel family in West Germany. Yeah. And they've been making masks since, I believe, the 60s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they usually make mostly vinyl masks, but every now and then you'll find a latex one, but it's usually dried up and all.
Right.
And
this is a vinyl.
Yes.
Right? A vinyl. Hence the
nice
shape.
Thin vinyl mask. And you can tell that this one's from the 70s because they make these masks until present day, really. Yeah. And
well, let me throw this out here real quick. If people are sitting there scratching their head going, where did I see this before? Where have I seen this thing before? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a little movie that probably no one's seen called Halloween 5, right? And there's a scene in the car, right, where basically Michael Myers, he flips, he changes mask, right? Yeah, and he puts this thing on, and it was a West German. Was it a West German brute that he put on? It wasn't a knockoff or anything like that, right?
It wasn't a knockoff. It just had the whites of the eyes cut out.
Okay, yeah. And it didn't last long. He eventually took that thing off and put I think a crappier mask on. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, who likes the Halloween 5 mask?
H5 alien.
Not me. I don't like it. Weird hair. Anyway, so yes, this thing has maybe not this exact one, but this mask has appeared in Halloween 5. So that's probably where you've seen it. And then first off, this is a legit one, because there's someone doing not knockoff, but is there being reproductions of this thing made?
So there has been reproductions made with original molds through Trick or Treat Studios. Okay. And theirs is a thicker copy with the eyes cut out, and it's got more similar paint to the Halloween 5 one, more of a 5 o'clock shadow. But from the original molds, and there was a resculpt, a ground-up sculpt, actually, by Sam McCain in Horror Sanctum Studios, but his was a latex copy.
I see.
So that's why those ones won't be as sought after as something like this, because this one will last forever. And
and this is crazy. Looking at, like I said, an original OG, like being an amateur sculptor, and that's all I am. I'm an amateur sculptor, but I see like rake marks and stuff like that. So you can still see. Normally people will tool these out, right? They'll smooth all these things out, and I'll do a cutaway or whatnot so you guys can see. But there's actually, it looks like there's a lot of like tooling marks in here that they were just like, good enough. Let's get this thing out. Let's get this out to the West German children so they can jump around during Oktoberfest. I don't know, and have some fun, man. Yeah. It's got some dope hair. The hair is super rad. It's a different style like wig that I've seen on these things.
It's stitched into the actual scalp.
Is it really?
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, this thing's brutally ugly. And hence the brute, I guess. Yeah. Throw that out there. So look. I get how you can get a Trick or Treat Studios copy or something like this, but how do you source an OG? What year is this? roughly 70s,
yeah.
roughly mid 70s, because there's no
by the paint.
There's no stamp on this, right?
Yeah, well, there is a stamp that says "Made in West Germany" on this side, which I'll show you at the end.
Yeah, but no date, right?
No date.
But we're assuming this is around the 70s mark and whatnot.
So the way you can guesstimate what year this thing was made was usually the paint on these fellas. Usually to the 70s, they're a lot vibrant, more pinks and purples and whatnot. And once you get towards 89, when Halloween 5 was made, you'll see the one in the movie has more of a 5 o'clock shadow, kind of like the top one.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, but I believe theirs was a late 70s copy.
For real?
So
that's crazy. Well, how did you get this?
So
who did you kill? What did you fly overseas to Germany and pick this up, or how does this work, man?
Pried it from the hands of
Hitler himself? No, I'm just kidding. No, that made no sense. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's Russia. Never mind. Putin's Russia, right?
Whatever.
Who cares?
For now, I don't know. It's longer. That's
mask history, anyways. But yeah, I've been looking for one of these. I mean, just being a Michael Myers fan for some time. I mean, of course, I didn't see the sequels until I was a little older, and yeah, you kind of have to struggle through watching those movies. Some of the sequels are pretty rough.
I liked them.
Yeah, they're good. They're entertaining.
Yeah. I like everything though. Yeah.
Yeah. But this one, I had been looking for 3 years trying to find this mask. I had seen them go for $1,700 on eBay, $1,100.
Wow.
Pretty much $1,500 is about what these things are going for, and going up because they're just so incredibly hard to come across. I was looking for this guy for 3 years, being a broke teenager, looking for a $1,500 mask is a struggle. And so after 3 years of searching, a friend pointed me in the right direction. A collector had one.
Right.
They found it on eBay for $40.
Shut up.
Yeah, because someone didn't know what they were sitting on.
Oh my God.
And I would have happily paid them what they wanted, but instead I had to go a hand-me-down, and this collector, I tried to talk him into selling it, and we agreed on a price.
Yeah.
I got it for the going rate. I dropped $1,000 on this fella.
Yeah.
But I mean,
look, that's I think one, it's a great price since they're around the 1,500 mark and whatnot, and the rarity of a West German, and there's not a lot of West Germans out there, right? I mean, I know they have different masks and whatnot, but finding the Brute, it's the only copy I've ever seen in my mask collecting career, which is not long. Probably spans a decade, so I'm kind of still new in this world and whatnot. But I've never had my hands on one until now. Yeah. Beauty of having Riley here at Terra Trader. This is the only reason we hired you, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
So you can bring us in. I can have my time with it, right?
Yeah,
so,
sure.
And look, man, this is it's stunning. And once again, I tell you guys, I'm a collector because I think these are works of art, and being able to preserve these, vinyl is a little bit, it's obviously easier to preserve than latex. Latex will eventually wilt away and die if you don't treat it right and whatnot. I mean, I think we'll get into an actual episode one of these days of just mask care, and whatnot. Because people even when people buy our Trick or Treat Studios masks, and they're like, why is this stuff with plastic bags? And I had to explain to them about,
don't put it on a foam head.
Don't put it on a foam head. There's all types of stuff that we'll cover here. We'll do like a top 10 things not and to do, I guess, or whatnot with masks here down the road. But dude, bringing this Brute in, and I just love feeling his head. It feels so freaking good, man. It's so rad. So, and actually be able to see one in real life is pretty amazing, man. Yeah. So, thank you. Thank you for bringing this in. And guys, and this is what this channel is going to be all about. We're going to have all types of, like I said, from old vintage stuff like this, and I guess 70s event. Oh God, that means I'm vintage. What the fuck? Okay, but and even
a little gray in there.
Yeah, a little bit. Not as much as the Brute,
not as
man.
Much as old Brute.
But we'll also push out like modern day independent artists as well, like we talked about in the last episode and everything. Yeah. So cool. Here you guys go. The West German Brute, as seen on Halloween 5, and now as seen in Terra Trader here with my man Rigor Mortis. So all right, guys, look, all you mask junkies out there, we'll see you next time. You can only imagine what we're gonna conjure up for the next episode. So
it'll be a good one.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm working.
It's gonna suck. No, it's gonna be good. All right, we'll see you next time.